Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we are doing what you could call a Melffy deck, or you could call it a Fabled deck. But what it really revolves around is Obedience Schooled. If you control no monsters, special summon 3 level 2 or lower beast type effect monsters with different names from your deck. Their effects are negated, they're destroyed in the end phase, and after you use this card, you can only special summon beast type monsters. So it's super specific, but as you can see on the art, it's meant to be used with Fabled. So we have the Fabled Suburli. He will special summon when it's discarded, but it'll also special summon from Obedience Schooled. We use that with the new Melffy monsters. They will special summon with Obedience Schooled, and they have some tricky effects on their own, but mostly we're running Obedience Schooled. Melffy also has some support in Melffy Tag. Target one Melffy monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can only do this once, so that's pretty good. And we also have a Melffy Boss and Melffy Mommy. Once per turn, you can attach one beast monster from your hand or face up on the field to this as material, and it gains effect. If you have 3 on it, cannot be destroyed by battle. 4 on it, you take no battle damage. And 5, when an attack is declared involving this card and an attack position monster, you inflict damage to your opponent equal to half that attack position monster's attack. So could be a cool little sneak. I don't think I get her out in the replays. What I'm really using is Ronin Raccoon Sandayu. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card, special summon a token that gains the attack of the highest attack on the field. Very good. While you control beast type monster, this card cannot be destroyed. He's only 1,000. That's a good little effect. We're using that with Fabled monsters because Suburli is a tuner. So with these level 4, after we special summon with Obedience Schooled, we have Beast Synchros. And these are both beasts, by the way, so we can special summon them after Obedience Schooled. So we got Fabled Unicorn. It's usually the one you're going to do. While you and your opponent have the same number of cards in your hand, negate all spell, trap, and effects. So everything, as long as you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent, he negates everything. No strings attached. Very strong card, 2300. So usually with Obedience Schooled, you're going to bring him out, you're going to bring him out, you're going to bring a token who's going to copy his attack, and then you're really off to the races. We are using another Synchro, but you don't use this one as much. You have to have 0 cards in your hand, and it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. But if you have 3 or more, it's going to destroy itself in the end phase. So with Suburli, not only are we using this Melffy support, but we have Tricky. Tricky can discard Suburli himself, and then he'll special summon, giving you a free level 7 Synchro. So ideal hand would be Tricky, Suburli, and an Obedience Schooled. You get to Black Rose the field, and then you get to use your Obedience Schooled, bring out a Unicorn, bring out your Ronin Raccoon, and finish the duel. So it's a nice, fun little deck. Really relies around Obedience School. Melffys do have effects. They will special summon in your end phase from your hand. If your opponent normal summons or special summons a monster, they can return to the hand. When this boy returns to the hand, you get to add a level 2 or lower beast from your graveyard to your hand. That's a good way to get your tuner back. Now, when Fenny does it, you can special summon another monster from your hand. So generally, it's just tricky little monsters. We're not really using those effects all too often, but they are there, especially Pony's ability to add to your hand. It's not bad. And how could I forget? Last but not least, we have Plasmus, guys. Plasmus can't be special summoned right after Obedience School, but if you get a few monsters out, you could even special summon a Tricky. You can normal summon him and usually win a duel. We're using Bring It with Cosmic Cyclone, so we have it often. So, I mean, this deck is just doing so much when you really look at it. But I like it. It just needs Obedience Schooled, so maybe find a way to put, like, Into the Void or something in there. Something similar. But very cool deck. Some very cool replays, too. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing Little Yugi. We're going second. He's just using a red sleeve there. So we have Obedience Schooled, or actually, guys, look at this. This is a perfect hand. We have a Suburil, Tricky, and an Obedience Schooled in hand. Our opponent set a monster in 2 back rows. So we're gonna use Tricky to throw away Suburil. Suburil will special summon Now we go Tricky Subburl into Black Rose Dragon. We're gonna wipe this field entirely. He's gonna play a Book of Moon, not gonna do a thing. He had counter traps and an invoked, so this guy was all over the place. But boom, we go Obedience Schooled. That's a Unicorn. He's only got one in his hand. We normal summon one out of our hand. That's our Ronin Raccoon, guys. Ronin Raccoon's gonna be able to give us a token that's going to copy the highest attack monster. And look at this, we have one in our hand, he has one in our hand. That means Unicorn is going to negate anything he has in his hand. But he's not going to show us, he's just going to scoop. Perfect plays, guys, great stuff. Alright, here we are facing a Yuma on a win streak. We're going second, he's just on a little 3-win streak. So we got Melffy Tag, Cosmic Cyclone, of course Obedience School, and we're facing Shiranui. Shiranui with no back row though, who on earth is that? So we get a second Obedience School, we're going to use it. Our opponent has 3 cards in his hand, that's all we got to match. Bring out every one of our beasts. That's our Unicorn. Then we're going to normal summon our other Subburly. That's our Ronin Raccoon, because Subburly just works perfect for whatever we're trying to do, Subburl. And then we got our Kagemusha Raccoon token, Kagemusha. We bring our boy within 100 life points of death. He's using dual fuel though, so he's a little higher. Now he uses his Spectral Sword before he uses any card, that way we can't negate him. Now he sets a card before he brings out his monster. 2 cards in hand, destroys our core, tries to destroy our Raccoon, but you can't destroy a Raccoon while there's another beast on the field, you gotta watch him. We use our Raccoon to bring out another token. We chain our Cosmic Cyclone to hit his back rows, just a Swamp Mirror. Now we're gonna bring it. Throw away that Obedience School. Bring out a Plasmus. Here he comes, guys. We even get a cutscene for our boy Plasmus here. So, that's not all though. You'll notice we got rid of our Obedience School. That way we left our Melffy tag and another Melffy. We haven't used our normal summon, that was all just tokens, and this was a special summon. We steal his Skull Archfiend, we go with Melffy tag, special summon Fenny, normal summon Pony. Guess who's back, guys? Ronin Raccoon is back again, that's why we run 2. He's going to be able to detach, copy the highest attack monster, that's our Plasmus. Look at this field, guys. Fantastic stuff. Alright, here we are facing Jade and Yuki, so these Melffys do in fact continue on the win streak through all these different decks. Melffys say, I'm a strong deck too, whenever I start with Obedience Schooled, we win some duels. So we did start with Obedience Schooled, we're gonna chain our own Cosmic Cyclone, what a bold play. So that way we've lost 1,000, and I could get a Plasmus out for next turn. Now we're gonna hit him with the core, I'm gonna use Bring It Already. Remember, we can't special summon Plasmus after Obedience School, but we don't want to anyway. We need our opponent to have an effect monster or something. We bring out a Unicorn in defense position. We bring out a Ronin Raccoon in attack position. And we bring out a token in defense, but he's also 2300. We have 1 card in hand, so if our boy gets 1 card in hand, he's not going to be able to do anything. He's going to tie set by and destroys our token, not a huge deal. Now we draw a card, that means we have 2 cards in hand, that means all his back row is going to be negated. We're going to use this monster to bring out a lethal amount of damage with our second token. He's going to try to dual wield, negated by Unicorn. Anything he's going to try to do is going to be negated by Unicorn, as long as we have the same amount of cards in our hand. Trying to special summon a monster, negated by Unicorn, guys, and we finish him off for lethal. That's what this deck is really all about. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Joey Wheeler who's on a win streak. We're going second. It's only a 3-win streak. Not the biggest win streak in the world. Using grit though. We're starting with Obedience School. That's how probably all the replays start with Obedience School. It's really that important. I mean, you have the tricky plays. We have live tricky plays. We have a Black Rose and a Samurai Destroyer, but yeah, generally this is the field you're going to be looking at. The Unicorn with the Ronin. We obviously have a lethal amount of damage. He's going to use this one veil, but now we have the same amount of cards in our hands, so we destroy that veil. He thinks about using another veil there. He had a delay after the damage, chooses not to use it because obviously it would just be negated. Now he's going to try to use an Onslaught. That's going to be negated by the Unicorn. Has to pass his turn. Now we normal summon our Tricky. That way he's still 3 cards in his hand. No matter what he had, we're going to negate it. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here we are facing a Carly Carmine. Going first. So we have a Plasmus and an Obedience School. We're going first. We're going to play the Obedience School. Bring out all our monsters. That's a Unicorn. Then we normal summon our other Melffy. That's our Ronin Raccoon. He's going to bring out a token. He hops in defense position. Bring out a token. He's in attack position. Now it's up to our opponent. He's going to normal summon a Beat Stick, a Mysterious Shell Dragon, put a Power of the Guardian on him. Tries to use Blistering Winds, but we have the same amount of cards in our hands, so that's going to be negated by our powerful Unicorn. Now he's going to play a second Power of the Guardian and a United We Stand. So that's going to get him up to 3,800. He's going to destroy our poor Unicorn. He put in some work though. Hits us for 1,500. Now we still have our Ronin. I'm going to throw away that spell card, bring out my Tricky, and then bring out my Plasmus. I could have brought out another token with the Ronin to do that, but why not use every card in our hand so all the cards in his hand are gone as well. And we hit him for 2,900. What else is he going to be able to do with just one card but pass his turn? And then all we got to do is swing once more, but we are going to Melffy tag out a Pony because why not? And then Plasmus is able to easily finish him off. So heavily reliant on Obedience School. So much so I would maybe replace the Cosmic Cyclones altogether with Into the Void, so you're really digging to get to that Obedience School right out the gates. And then you could go with the Unicorn with 0 in your hand, or you could leave a face-up Pony or something who could hop back into your hand. That's the beauty of Melffys, or how they hop back into your hand when you really want them to, or they jump out of your hand. It helps you control the amount of cards in your hand for your Unicorns. Very cool deck. Very great use of Obedience School. It's a very old card. They've never reprinted anywhere too. So if you got it, definitely try it. If you don't got it, I wouldn't even try it at all, guys. So I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.